Hi, my name is Jonathan, and this is one of those Rodney King, why can't we all get along moments. Because I have been following the situation in Syria for the past year because I have a deep love for Syria. I love Syrians. I traveled to Syria about 10 years ago. I was there for 1 week, and I just fell in love with Syria and the Syrian people. And actually, I hope to live in Syria eventually, practice social work there. So I love Syria, and I have been reading a variety of media outlets, media sources about what's going on in Syria because I want to get the true facts about what's going on there. And from what the only thing I can gather, my one message to anybody is that the bottom line out of anything is do not kill another human being. Period. Do not play the V card. In this case means victim card. Do not play the victimization card. Forgive people that have hurt you, no matter what. Just no matter what, do not kill another human being. The U.S. media has been very much for the opposition within Syria, mostly for political reasons, because the U.S. media, the U.S. government, in the end, does not care about the Syrian people. The Pentagon cares about its own objective in Syria, because Assad is, right now Assad is against the U.S. government, and the Pentagon does not like that. So the U.S. media has been overly pro-opposition for what's going on in Syria. So there's that aspect of what's going on in the media. There's also, I've been listening and watching RT, Russia Today, and they are overwhelmingly pro-Assad. In fact, they are criticizing another media outlet. They are criticizing al-Jazeera. RT is on the attack against al-Jazeera, saying citing there's all these mass resignations from al-Jazeera. Basically, RT is promoting the Putin line about being pro-Assad. So RT is not being objective about what's going on. I mean, like RT, like randomly interviews these this crackhead anti-war peace activists, and people like that are pro-Putin, essentially. I mean, I love RT, but like they have been so pro-Putin in the last week, like saying, oh, Putin did not rig the elections there. And all that. So, like, I've lost respect for RT over the past week. So, there's RT being pro-Assad, and they're saying that al-Jazeera is anti-Assad. And actually, al-Jazeera, as far as corporate-based news networks, is the best news network, is the most objective and neutral news network. From my experience, having watched al-Jazeera for the past several years. They have been very neutral and objective concerning the conflict in Israel and Palestine, even though Americans would disagree with that. But Americans, the U.S. media is so emphatically Zionist and pro-Israel that when an American watches Al Jazeera, they think that Al Jazeera is in fact anti-Zionist, which they're not. Al Jazeera is quite objective when it comes to the conflict in Israel and Palestine. And from what I've seen of the wording in the past several videos by Al Jazeera, they are neutral when it comes to what is happening in Syria. So I'm not sure what RT is talking about. They are a little bit more anti-Assad, Al Jazeera, but in general, yeah, Al Jazeera is very slightly pro-opposition in Syria. And so my favorite news network, which I think is the most neutral and objective place to find news, is Democracy Now! So I'm going to give a love Amy Goodman. Okay, I love Democracy Now! But they have been a little bit anti-Assad. So really, the most, besides Democracy Now!, ZNet or Z Magazine they have been both mostly they've been objective about what's been going on in Syria. So, anyway, reading all these various media outlets about what's going on in Syria is like, because like, I want to side with justice. I want to side with justice. That's why I want to know what's going on in Syria. So, like, everyone's saying different stories. Like, right now, I know it's obvious that the U.S. media is emphatically anti-Assad, and they've been twisting facts. The U.S. media has been twisting facts about what's going on in Syria. But I hate atrocities. But at the same time, on YouTube, I've seen all kinds of videos about children, Syrian children, being slaughtered by the Assad regime. And it's been disgusting. I hate to see videos like that. I mean, dead children, the Assad regime slaughtering children within Syria. But anyway, the bottom line is, do not kill another human being, no matter what. Also, I've been reading a book today called Kill the Messenger, which is basically about how the media worldwide has influenced the populace in fomenting ethnic violence and violence of all kinds of sorts. So, like reading today in this book called Kill the Messenger, about how the Nazis, through their propaganda machine, fomented anti-Judaism and just fomented hate, fomented for the German people hating Jews. And also reading about how the Hutus slaughtered 3/4 of the Tutsis as a result, because of how the media influenced the Hutus. Oh, so awful. And reading about Serbs, about 15 years ago, slaughtering Bosnian Muslims, and I was just appalled and heartbroken reading about how Serbs raped thousands of 9-year-old girls and all. Awful. But I know nothing's black and white. Nothing is ever black and white. Good guys versus bad guys. It's not like that. I mean, so because there's no good guys and because there's no bad guys, the bottom line is, do not kill another human being. Okay, like, speaking back to Serbia, I have an affinity for Serbs. I love Serbian culture, and I understand how Serbs can be anti-American because of NATO bombing Serbia, 20 years ago, whatever. And I am myself, I'm Eastern Orthodox, I'm an Eastern Orthodox Christian, so I love the Serbian Orthodox Church. I love Serbs, but at the same time, I see how Serbs have, even today, Serbs claim themselves as victims. I mean, Serbs still have this victim mentality that I wish Serbs should just get past that, Serbia. Because if you continue to have a victim mentality, you're again going to commit atrocities against another human being. Like, I see that in Serbia now. I see Serbians, again, raping and killing Bosnian Muslims because they still have this, Serbs still have this victim mentality. Victim mentality. I'm going off a tangent. I'm sorry. But like, okay, in the end, the bottom line is forgive people. I don't care what you've been through. Someone has hurt you. Okay, forgive them. They are another human being. You don't know what they've been through. You don't just accept them. You don't know what they've gone through in their life. Accept them as another human being. I don't care who they are. I don't care what they've done to you. Forgive the person that has hurt you. Forgive them. Stop playing the V card. Stop playing the victim, okay? Get past that. The person that has hurt you is another human being, just like you. Just no matter what, don't even entertain thoughts of killing another person. Don't applaud people that kill other people. Don't applaud the military. Again, if you are preparing for war, then you are a person who wants to kill another person, do not prepare for war. Do not go into the military. Okay? I'm so anti-military because they're obviously preparing to kill another human being. I'm a pacifist. So, yeah, in general, do not applaud people that kill other people, even if they are terrorists. I don't care if the person is a terrorist. Do not kill them. There's a saying, one person's terrorist, another person's freedom fighter. Nothing's black and white. Nothing is black and white. Okay? We are all one humanity. We are all human beings. Each person is God. Okay? Each person is God incarnate. So, if you kill another person, if you refuse to forgive another person, you are killing that person. You are refusing to you are killing yourself. And you are refusing to forgive yourself. So, like me, I take the rape of a child personally. Like reading today about how Serbs raped Bosnian Muslims. I took that personally. That was like raping my daughters. So I have 3 daughters. Murdering anybody, torturing somebody, I take that personally. Reading about someone being tortured, I take that personally. Like I cannot separate myself. When reading, knowing about another person being tortured or raped or murdered, I cannot separate myself from what happened to that person because spiritually I connect with that person. So, maybe that's why I'm a pacifist. But, like, getting off a tangent, okay, but bottom line, okay, do not kill another human being no matter what. Don't applaud other people that kill other human beings no matter what, even if they are a terrorist. If a person comes to you and they're going to kill you or they're going to kill their family, then do not defend yourself. Let yourself be killed. It's worth it, okay? Dying for the sake of pacifism, dying for the sake of not killing another human being is worth it. Like fear is a big reason why people kill each other. Like Hutus were so afraid of the Tutsis because they were afraid. They wanted to be preemptive. The Hutus thought the Tutsis would, wipe them out. But so Hutus were afraid. And the same with the Germans, the Nazi Germans. They were so afraid of the Jews wiping out the German people, and the Germans were so upset about what happened during World War I. And the same with the Serbs. All these people, they thought, the Nazi Germans, the Hutus, Serbs, thought they had justification about committing all these atrocities. And, like, I understand the history. I understand the history of the Germans. World War I and before that. Okay. And the Hutus. Okay, I've read your history. I've read the history of the Hutus. I've read the history of Serbia. Okay. So I understand to a degree I understand what you're feeling. But that does not give an excuse for hurting another human being. So I'm off on a huge tangent. But okay, again I'm saying about going back to Syria. To a degree I am pro-Assad because there is factionism within what's going on in Syria. Okay? And again, I am Eastern Orthodox Christian, so I identify with Orthodox Christians within Syria, the Christian community within Syria, because they tend to be pro-Assad because they say, oh, Assad is protecting us, and Assad does not want to have the, Al-Qaeda and all these terrorist groups come in and just make a Sunni majority that will wipe out all the minorities in Syria. So, and also Copts within Egypt have said the same thing. They said, oh, Mubarak is protecting us, Coptic Christians, so we're gonna support Mubarak. because he's protecting us. Okay, like, I don't care. Like, there's no excuse for supporting atrocities against other people. Like, it's out of fear. Basically, it's out of fear. I don't care who the person is. I don't care who the human being is that you feel like... What am I trying to say? Do not kill another human being. Don't support the killing of another human being. Forgive people that have hurt you. No matter what. I don't care what you've been through. Forgive another human being. Do not kill another human being. Even if that person is going to kill you, do not attack them. They are another human being. Like, the imagery I have in my head is like in the movie Empire of the Sun, where what's his name is giving resuscitations to the Japanese boy. Like in the movie, the boy, the English boy in the movie, his Japanese friend gets killed, gets shot, and the English boy is giving resuscitations to the Japanese boy. And in the movie, all suddenly, the English boy, instead of seeing the Japanese boy who is dead, giving resuscitations to, he sees himself. He sees him giving resuscitations to himself. In other words, he sees, the English boy sees himself in the Japanese boy. Like, I have that imagery when it comes to war around the world. I don't care what you've been through, like, as a people. Like, maybe this is like the ignorant viewpoint to be a pacifist, like, to forgive other people, to just not kill a human being no matter what. Maybe that's the ignorant view. But, like, that's just the bottom line that'll achieve world peace, is to not kill another human being. Because they are you. The person that has hurt you, your enemy, is you yourself. So, love, forgive the person that has hurt you. No matter what, do not kill a human being. God bless you, Syria. I'm praying for the peace of Syria. May peace reign in Syria. And do not play the victim card. So, that's all I ranted a lot, sorry. That's all I wanted to say.